Hello guys, One S Gaming Extra here. Welcome to episode 1 of a new series. I will be driving as Max Verstappen, and the aim is just to get as many points as possible throughout the course of the season and perhaps get 1 or 2 podiums. As you can see, qualifying didn't go great. Let's be perfectly honest. I couldn't seem to get anything right in the corners, so I'm down in 18th, but we can live with that. Let's get this race underway. See if we can get off the line fairly well. Watch turn 1, loads of cars going into turn 1. And that wasn't the best start. Could do with much better starts than that in future races. Trying to avoid everyone into turn 1. Oh, nearly getting being spun by Manor. Not the start to the race I wanted. Could have been a much better start there, so I've got a lot of work to do now. I'm playing this on a pad, and all the assists are off apart from anti-lock brakes. I've got manual gearbox, the whole lot, expert difficulty, so I've really got to get my backside in gear now and catch the rest of the pack up, because that was not a very good start at all. I don't know what happened there. I'll have to look back on that afterwards, but it didn't go to plan. I think it was Stevens that I got caught up on. Don't hold me to that. Certainly wasn't a planned manoeuvre. Just got to catch up with the pack now. I can see the 2 Manors ahead of me. They should be fairly easy pickings. The rest of the field could cause a bit of a problem. With a heavy fuel load in the car as well, that's not going to help matters very much. But everyone's in the same boat, so we will have to see how we go. As of course with every race in Formula 1, DRS isn't activated until after 2 laps have been completed. You have to be within a second of the car ahead, just to make it a bit easier to overtake them. But it doesn't always work. You've got to have good straight line speed as well as being right up their gearbox. We have a yellow flag. Can't actually see who that is. Oh, Stevens is going very slow, and so is a Red Bull. So I reckon they've had a coming together somewhere, and I seem to have really caught the rest of the pack up. There's Mary there just in front. I've got myself back up to 18th, which was my starting position. Get the braking completely wrong there. Too busy watching the man in front. Let's see if we can dive up the inside a bit. That's it. Manners are always going to be fairly easy to overtake, so seems to be a bit of debris there coming around that corner. Probably Maldonado. He's well known for having his crashes, that man. So we're up 17th after 2 laps. Really need to get a wriggle on now. Not let that spin on lap 1 really affect the rest of the race. Oh, stop. Oh, a little touch of the back of Maldonado there. Just couldn't get the car to stop in time. Oh, just tapped Alonso as well. Seem to be going very slowly here. Oh, took to the grass a little bit. That's not very clean. Alonso knows he's in trouble though. Right up his gearbox. Wow, very kamikaze going in there. Made up some nice positions though, but they ain't going to have done the tyres very much good. Just got to catch up with his teammate now. They're going side by side through there. Oh, bit of corner cutting. They're really forcing each other off here. Really don't want to get caught up in that. Yellow flags again. Oh, slow down. Legal overtake on Button. What is everyone doing here? Good example of some of the glitches on this game at the moment. I know Codemaster's done a lot of work to make things better. But there's still one or two things that need ironing out. I don't know whether focus will all go on next year's game now though. Ah, massively deep. Did not want that, but I've got DRS again. So see if we can catch Button up here. Very lively looking Felipe Nasr behind me though. Not what I want to see. There just seems to be a lot of really slow moving traffic at the moment. I'll be really careful here though. Otherwise I'm going to take Grosjean off. We'll get clipped from behind. Oh, just about squeezed through there. I think there was a bit of contact. I think I'm probably a little bit unfair to Grosjean there. Hamilton's flying as per normal. But we're in the points, guys. That's the main thing. We are in the points. So it's always going to... what's the saying? Points mean prizes. I'm looking to try and finish around fourth or fifth in the Drivers' Championship. See if I can help get Toro Rosso up fairly high as well. Main aim is for myself. I'm a bit greedy like that, you see. It'd be alright if I knew if the AI for Carlos Sainz would be competitive, but I don't know how it's going to be. We'll have to wait for a few races to see what comes out with that one. Might surprise me. If it does, I'll certainly help try and get Toro Rosso as high up the Drivers' Championships as possible. Constructors' Championship rather. It's quite a solid car. It feels really reasonable to drive. I mean, it's not really giving me any problems. It seems to go fairly smoothly around the corners. And fairly quick to accelerate off the straights as well. Let's have a look. Pit on lap 7, so I've still got a couple of laps to go. The tyres aren't looking too clever though, so hopefully they won't hit the cliff too soon. Still in P10. I seem to be making a bit of ground up on Christian Eriksen, this ain't football. Marcus Ericsson. Getting me sports mixed up there. Quite embarrassing that Button seems to be catching me by a second a lap. It's quite worrying. Oh, he is running in mix 3 though, so that could explain it, but that Honda unit was quite down on horsepower last season, so it's still quite alarming that he's catching me. Let's see what I can do to keep him behind me. With a bit of luck I can keep him there until the pit stop. But he is right up my gearbox, not really letting me have much room here. I've got to be really careful going around here because he seems to be in the slipstream as well. Yeah, he's really catching me now. Got to pull my finger out, banging a few half decent corners, get a bit of breathing space. these tyres don't seem to be giving me much in the way of speed at the minute, so I could be in a bit of trouble here. He's going to have DRS on me as well. He hasn't pitted. I was half expecting him to pit there, but he's in the DRS. He's coming to have a look. Oh, he's coming to try and sneak a little look up the inside. I've gone a bit deep and haven't helped myself. I might have even forced him slightly wide there, but we didn't make contact, which is the main thing. Bit of contact at that speed and one of us would have gone careering into the barriers. Seem to be right up behind Perez now as well. I don't know what tyres he's got on at the minute though. Oh, gone down one gear too many there. Car's definitely starting to kick out of the rear end a bit now. Tyres are definitely on their way out. Glad I'm pitting this lap. I'm running a lot wider into out of corners as well. Alright, get round. Oh, nearly lost the back end. Right, need a quick stop here, lads. If I can get in the pit lane fairly. Get round. Corner cutting going into the pit lane, that's never clever. Just feel so slow going into the pit lane. After doing 180, 200 miles an hour. Go down to about 30, well 37 miles an hour my speedometer's saying. Which feels painfully slow compared to where you are when you're herring around the circuit. It's brought us back out in 12th, which isn't too sad. A little bit careful coming out the pit lane because cold tyres, very easy to spin the car with cold tyres. We've got some nice fresh boots now though, so let's try and bang in a few fairly decent lap times. See if we can catch Ericsson up again. I think he's got a lap or so on us though, pit stop wise. I think he pitted the lap before we did. 5 seconds up the road. Tyres seem to be warming up fairly nicely. Let's just have a quick look. They're all green now, so fully up the temperature. Although Jeffrey's telling me otherwise. As well as the brakes, that could be an issue. And from the sounds of it, Mercedes are dicing between themselves for the lead. I didn't really expect a lot else from this. Let's get around this final corner. Very easy to catch yourself out there. See a couple of cars in the pits there. Should put me back up in the 10th, which is where I was before we pitted. Going to be tight with Button though, he's coming out right behind us. We've got a nice bit of breathing space there. We've got 6 laps to catch Ericsson with. Car feels good still though. It's certainly starting to feel a bit better now it's getting lighter. Could be in for a very interesting close to the race. Yeah, 3.5 seconds now to Ericsson. And pick up 9th, just a couple of extra points for the championship. Which won't be bad after starting 18th. And then spinning on lap 1 certainly didn't help the cause. Oh, thought I was going to get corner cutting again there. Oh, didn't quite catch whose hers was offline there though. that's Ericsson. Hit that apex nicely. Oh, got on the power slightly too early there. Be interesting to see what sort of pace this thing's got when you get to places like Monaco and Canada, which is one of my personal favourites. Do like Canada. Very quick flowing circuit. I don't know whether this will quite have straight line speed to really compete, but as long as it puts in a respectable showing, I don't really mind. Oh, touch the grass a little bit there. Two seconds now though, Ericsson. So the gap's slowly coming down. Not as much as I'd like it to, but we are getting there. Still got another 5 laps to go. So my main aim really has to be to catch Ericsson, because it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to catch the person in front of Ericsson. Although he pulled away a little bit in sector 2 there, which isn't good. Although he does look closer on the circuit itself, so maybe the time's a little bit misleading there. Oh, he kicked up a little bit of dust there as well. It's very slowly gaining on him. I think I've got about 3 temps on him in that last sector. But he's really kicking some dust up. I don't know whether he's having problems with his tyres, but he just seems to be kicking dust up every other corner. Leads me to think he might be running wide a bit. Although to be fair, I'm probably kicking up just as much dust. 2.5 seconds now. I can certainly see him a lot closer, but that Sauber certainly packs a punch. It'll be very difficult to pull away from him if I do get past him. Yeah, 1.8. Seem to be losing a lot of time in sector 2 to him. It certainly seems quicker in sector 2 than me. Oh, big wobble. I really hope that's not my tyres giving up already. They're a bit yellow, but they're not desperate. Half a second a lap quicker. So in theory I should get him before the end of the race. Button's dropping back nicely, which is good. That's what I like to hear. Don't particularly want to be fighting a McLaren Honda, especially with the pace or what should be a pace deficit. That'd be rather embarrassing. No disrespect to McLaren, one of the greatest teams in the sport. Be nice to see them back where they were one day. Oh, come on, Ericsson. Really reeling you in there, son. .2. If I can get in the slipstream down and start finish straight, definitely help the cause. Plan is with this series, guys, just do a whole championship season, and like I said earlier in the video, just get as many points as possible. And if I can pick up a couple of podiums, then lovely. Oh, DRS. He's still pulling away even with me having DRS open. Really don't understand that. Brake a little bit earlier because I don't want to go playing into the back of him. DRS again. 2 zones here in Australia. Oh, mad dive up the inside. Going a bit wheel to wheel. I'm going to have to pull out a bit here. Nearly went into the back of him as well. Can't go full speed round there with 2 of you. This could be a bit of a battle to the end of the race, but I don't want to kill my tyres off too early. He's still there. Oh, nearly lost it and went into him. He's got me back for now. Right, carried a lot more speed than him out of that corner. See if we can throw a little move up the inside here. He just don't give up. He's not giving up this position very easily, is he? Right, up the inside. Alright, he's still there. Got DRS though. Side by side. He can't have DRS as well though. I think we're clear of him now. Yep. Let's drop him back a little bit in the mirrors. DRS again in this zone should help us pull away a bit. Up to P8. Certainly not going to catch Kvyat though. Just got to nurse it home. 8th will be fairly respectable if I can stay here. It's a 10 position rise from where I started. Yeah, 23 seconds up the road, no chance of catching Kvyat. Takes somewhat of a miracle, unless he has an off. Or has a bit of a tangle with someone. No way I'm going to catch him. Not in a million years. It's time to nurse the car home. Don't overdo it with the tyres. Just don't want to kill them off and then Ericsson gets me back again. They're looking very orange. And he's not really pulling away from him much here. He's making life very tricky. Could be an interesting final lap of the race. And I think he's still in DRS range as well. So he could suddenly start hairing up behind me here. Oh, easily in DRS. He's a lot closer going into the second zone. Sector 2 is going to be the tough one. He was a lot quicker than me in Sector 2 throughout the rest of the race. I've got to see what I can do. Rosberg's won the race in the end then. Hamilton was on pole. Rosberg's obviously done enough to have him. Oh, I don't know whether it was a Mercedes 1-2 though, we'll soon see. Oh Jesus, Ericsson's very close to me now. I'm going to have to try and outbrake him out. Keep him behind. Oh, he's dropped back a hell of a lot. I think I left him no room to move at all there. Let's hope he doesn't catch me in the DRS zone up to the line. There we go. 8th place. Like I say, not bad considering the grid position. I was hoping for a lot better. Young Maximus there looks very happy with what's happened. So we'll let Crofty say his little bit.
fantastic result for Nico. He'll be so happy to start the season on such a positive note.
After all this drama, you'd be mad not to join us for the next race. We hope to see you then. Take care.
So there we go then. 8th position, 4 championship points. Beat a teammate as well. Teammate didn't even get any points. So that's what you want to do. You want to be beating your teammate more than anyone else. Rosberg and Hamilton, Mercedes 1-2, followed by Vettel. So that's race 1 out of the way, guys. As ever, if you like what you see, pop us a subscribe. There'll be plenty more to come, motor racing wise, not just F1, bit of project cars. Like us on Twitter at 1sgaming and at 1sgaming extra, online at www.1sgaming.co.uk, and we're on Facebook as well at 1sgaming official. So thanks guys, hope you enjoyed, and we'll catch you later.